Hey everyone, it's Laura here from makingcardsisdone.com, and in this video I'll be showing you how to add finishing touches to your cards with Tonic products. So let's get started with this card making tutorial. So today I'll be using the Bitty Bear stamp set from My Favorite Things to create a fun birthday card. And I'll be starting out by stamping one of the bears with my Misty tool onto some Simon Says Stamp white cardstock with Memento Tuxedo black ink, since I'll be doing some Copic coloring. So you don't have to use a Misty tool to stamp this image. You could use an acrylic block or a Fiskars stamp press, but I just like to use the Misty tool since it's just easy and quick. So for this bear, I am using two tones of gray. I am using NO and N2. First, I use the N2 to add some shading to this bear, and then I'm using my lightest color to blend it all together. So as you can see, I only use two colors, but feel free to use more colors and just to modify your copy coloring technique. And then I'm going back in with my darkest color just to add a little bit more definition and shading to this bear. And then I'm going to blend that out once again. So feel free to repeat this step as many times as you need. Sometimes I need to repeat this step like 5 times before I'm happy with the result. It just really depends. So I'm going to color the bear's little nose, and then I'm going to add some rosy cheeks with R11, and I'm blending that out with E-O-O-O-O. Next, I'm coloring the cupcake, and I'm using some shades of pink for this. I'm using RV14, then I'm using RV13, and then I'm using RV11 to add the highlight. So this time I am using 3 colors. It all just really depends on which color I am using. And then finally I'm using 3 shades of brown. I'm using E27, and then I'm using E57, and then finally I'm using E55. So now that I colored this image, it's time to use the coordinating dies to cut it out. I'm using the coordinating die cut set from the Bitty Bear set from My Favorite Things. And then I'm using the Katharine die cuts from Winnie and Walter to die cut a pierced rectangle out of some pattern paper from Pinkfresh Studio. I'm using this gorgeous pattern paper from the Felicity collection, and it has this really airy feel to it, which I just really love. I love the colors, I love the mix of patterns. And then I'm using a punch. I haven't used a paper punch in years. It's since there are a lot of die cuts lately, but this time I really wanted to challenge myself by using a punch. I am using the large Fiskars squeeze punch, and I am punching a circle out of the same pattern paper that I used. You actually just saw me punching a circle out of some different pattern paper, but I didn't end up using that. So I adhered the circle on this rectangle with some foam adhesive, and then I also adhered the bear on top of the circle with another piece of foam. I die cut a banner out of some green cardstock using the Katharine die cuts from Winnie and Walter, and now I'm going to prep this cardstock because I'll be doing some heat embossing. So I like to use kitchen flour just to remove any static cling and to prevent the embossing powder from sticking everywhere. Then I stamped a sentiment from the Bitty Bear set from My Favorite Things with the Wow Ultra Sticky and ultra slow drying ink pads, and I'm going to sprinkle on the opaque bright white embossing powder from Wow. This is the super fine one, so this one's perfect to heat emboss any sentiments or any other really detailed and intricate designs. Then it's time to finish off this card with the Tonic products that I mentioned in the beginning. So first I'm using a piece of gold glitter cardstock. This is the most beautiful glitter cardstock I've ever used. It's really high quality, it's super sparkly. The glitter also doesn't rub off, so it's perfect. And I know that this almost sounds like a commercial or something, but I just really love their products. This video isn't sponsored or anything. I just wanted to share these Tonic products with you because I really do love them. So I adhered this banner, this sentiment banner, onto my card with some foam adhesive, and then I'm going to add a little bit of glitter to the cupcake with a Spectrum Noir clear overlay glitter pen. This is just really great to add some sparkle to your projects. And I'm going to cover that up with some crystal glaze from the Nuvo collection from Tonic. This is just similar to glossy accents, but I actually prefer the Nuvo crystal glaze since the bottle doesn't clog, so that's just a little bit easier to use. And then I'm adhering some clear sequins to this project using the Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive Clear Drying Craft Glue, since this is just a really great adhesive to adhere little embellishments like sequins. So this time I am going to cover up the little holes from the sequins, and I'm using some Nuvo drops for that. I am finally using these. I've had these for a while, and this time I'm using them. So I am using the Dandelion Yellow, Carnation Pink, and Orange Soda Nuvo drops, and I think that these are just the perfect finishing touches to any project. So that finishes up my card for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure to subscribe to my channel for regular updates. And I will see you very soon. Bye bye!